Alright everyone, I'm finally back and I had a little bit of time to go through the really requested mechanics included in my map World 1 version 2, which is very successful. I'm really happy that you guys are still asking this, talking about the topic about mechanics of the Batcave. So a lot of things changed. It's still like that. My memory is actually really full, so I can't really change everything. I don't have the time to do that now, but I thought to cover this topic before the Creative 2.0 it will be released. So there are rumors that at the end of this month will be a massive announcement about Creative 2.0. I guess like a lot of changes will happen in March. It's been delayed from a really long time, so I guess like I want to cover this, get it out of the way so we can move on with something more interesting, because I have the feeling that there will be very cool stuff happening in March that will change completely Creative in Fortnite. So let's have a look through. So I'm gonna go through like the Batcave little things that you guys asked, and I'm talking about the elevator, the entrance of the Batcave, all sort of this kind of stuff that to be honest they're actually really simple, but I want to clarify. Okay, let's get into it. Okay guys, so we are at the entrance of the Top Hill Villa. This is like where you can find the Batcave. If you didn't know, you should know by now that pretty much this is the house where you can find the Batcave, and what you need is 3,000 gold to enter and secure it on your name. So obviously you're going over here, buy house, boom, that will give you some loot, which is really always appreciated. Now, so the main mechanics that you guys want to know, I guess like I'm gonna cover the secret entrance. So obviously it's really simple, you might guess that as well, but a lot of people have got questions about how do you close the door automatically, how do you make it work without pressing anything. The second mechanic we're going to go through is the elevator. Same thing, there will be something there that action this elevator, but also it will be automatically going up. So a lot of people ask me, how do you do it? You might guess it, but I will cover that in a minute. And the other mechanic that we can have a look into is the secret vault. So it's very simple, to be honest. You can even guess right now how that works. If you go inside the secret vault, these will close and then you can get out like that. Very, very cool. And the last one is pretty much the cave. So you're gonna have the airplane and the automatic cave over here, and you're gonna have the car, and pretty much this goes down, this opens, really, really cool. You can have a drive around and come back again, and what happens is when you arrive it just opens automatically. The main thing you also wanted to know, for what I understand, is when you're parking the car, the platform, it's not there anymore. Very simple. That goes up again, and then you got the elevator to go up. Okay, which is still glitchy. I don't know why it's still really glitchy. Okay, so let's cover all this. All right, let's do it. Okay guys, so we're here. So we are in the backbone of World 1 v 2.0. Let's have a look. This is the house. So a lot of going on, a lot of triggers, a lot of things, so yeah, ignore that. So let's go through the first mechanic. So as we mentioned before, the first mechanic that I want to cover today is the main door to access the Batcave. That is a really easy mechanic. So pretty much you're gonna have a button here that is not visible. This is connected to this prop mover. The prop movers open, and obviously it's gonna move, 5 meters, 3 meters a second. So usually if you think about it, a good reference to think about it, how much is in meters in tiles, 5 meters is roughly, if not really close to 1 tile. Okay, so 5 meters, you're gonna be very, very sure that if this is an old tile, the door will move pretty much from here to here, roughly in length. So pretty much you go like at the button, you pressing it, you delay that, so the interaction time I put like a 3 seconds, and it's connected to interact with the transmitter. Now, by the way, this is the old system, okay? So I'm not even covering the new system because I know you guys, some of you, you need to still get used to it. The new system is actually easier in one hand, but this map I made in the old system, and I will not convert it right now, just to not mess with anything. I guess like from when Creative 2.0 will come, I might jiggle things around, and I want to see what are actual the changes. Anyway, so now what happens to make it automatically? What I've done, I put a trigger over here that pretty much say, okay, when you press the button, trigger 122, but is delayed. So, and I delayed, I don't know, remember how much I delayed, but I delayed 3 seconds. So pretty much the system works like that. I'm pressing the button, this moves. Once this trigger has been triggered, send a signal to this, wait for 3 seconds, and pretty much it reverse, or actually, let me check, reverse on 122. So very simple. The second one, we jumping into here. So that is probably like the easiest one. So in here there's 2 buttons, one here and one here, one prop mover and one trigger. So the system is exactly the same. So pretty much you enter here, the door closes automatically. You go to this elevator, you press the button, same thing, send a signal to this one, which send a signal to this one, and then wait for a few seconds and reverse the whole elevator. So if we're talking about numbers, interaction time 1. Also you can see that I allowed just class number 5, which is the class of pretty much whoever buy the house. The only person that buy the house is allowed to press these buttons. Delay 2 seconds, and then send a signal to 1 to 3, which is over here, advance 1 to 3 and reverse 1 to 4. Same thing, pretty much delay 10 seconds, because obviously I need to jiggle around and see how long it will take the elevator to go down at that speed. And if we check in this prop mover, it will move 3 tiles 2 meters per second, which is enough for you guys to go down and have an extra few seconds to jump off. This will wait 10 seconds to send another signal to 1 to 4, which will pretty much reverse when received that. Super simple. Okay, same system. So pretty much this is a little automation system that doesn't allow you to not think about of having the player to press a million buttons. And you can see like how if I'm going down, and I'm here, I've got another button that obviously this is gonna go up automatically once you underneath. But let's say I'm in a Batcave and I want to go up, this calls down the elevator, and you got exactly the same system. So this is connected to the channel 1 to 3, which is a signal that will send down the elevator, which pretty much you have created now an automation system that you can use up and down without big fuzz. And let's say you're going up again and you're in the Batcave, you want to go down and up in a building, this button will open the door again with the same system. And if you remember, the door will open here with channel 1 to 1, for example. Okay, this button over here is pretty much the same as this one here, same thing. Okay, so very simple mechanics. Now let's look into this. This is really simple. Okay, so I made a customized door. You got what's it called? I actually don't even remember. Like a motion trigger, perception trigger, and you know the perception trigger is set up just for class number 5, which is the owner of the house, which, you know, when detects the owner of the house, send a signal. When the player looks away, is send a signal. So open the door, closing the door. It pretty much really simple. And same thing, you know, these doors we're gonna have open 5 meters per second, 5 meters and 1 meter per second. And you can see if I look to the channels, open, advance 145, reverse 146. And in here, this button, same thing, just allow class number 5. So pretty much I made it in a way that if you got friends coming in your house, they cannot press buttons, steal stuff, and make it a bit secure, so you can enjoy it. And again, we're interacting 145, which is the signal that opens these doors. Okay, so this is probably the simplest mechanic ever. Hope it's clear so far. If you got any question, by the way, like, leave a comment. I'm always happy to answer everything, so don't worry. Okay, I'm pretty sure that most of you know how to do this stuff, but I thought to cover, just if you got you know, if somebody out there is new to these systems, there's a lot of questions about the prop movers, and you know, sometimes it's not really clear. Now let's cover the mechanics. The rock that opens automatically over here, so you can fly around. So I pretty much put 50 million triggers and oh, by the way, I am sure there is way better way to do things that I've done. If you go way better ways and then you think it's simpler, just let me know. Okay, I'm a creator, I have done this for, you know, a little bit, but I'm always open to hear if you got feedbacks and better ways to do stuff. Okay, much better. So there's a lot of triggers here, and there is a big trigger over here. So very simple. When you enter in the plane, if you fly through the trigger, it sends a signal. There is a prop mover on this rock. This rock goes down 5 tiles, 20 meters per second, so pretty quick. So I made this probably the quickest one. So if you're on an airplane and you want to boost out, you can do it, so you're not gonna get crashed on the rock going down. 5 tiles, which is a good size. You know, this rock is pretty big, but there is a trick. You see, like how this is channel 182, okay, and here it says reverse when receiving from 183. Okay, so this is a little bit complex way. So pretty much I'm sending a signal to open the Batcave so I can fly away, and there is again another trigger somewhere that I don't remember where I put it, to be honest. This one here. So this trigger here, oh my god, I made my job way harder. Why did I put it here? Anyway, this trigger here, same concept. He received a signal from 182, which is the one that opens the Batcave, and is delayed for 3 seconds, and pretty much after that he sent a signal to 183, which is the signal that reverses the rock to go up. Now I made it this way because pretty much when you fly through all here, you hit in 182 again with all these triggers, which it keeps the rock open for a little bit more. You fly away, you do your stuff, do your missions, blah 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 blah, come back again, and when you hit these ones, it opens the Batcave automatically, so you don't interfere in anything. Okay, and the same thing for closing the Batcave. So it's gonna all close automatically after you hit this again. So pretty much you got one button that always sends a signal to another trigger, which also send a signal to a reverse action of whatever prop mover you're using. Okay, now I'll try to keep it simple and explain it, probably a bit wordy. I really hope you understand what I'm talking about. The same concept is for the car. So ideally I wanted to make a function that when you enter the car this goes down, but I found that a little bit annoying. So what I'm gonna do is when you guys hit this button, you're gonna be automatically put inside the car, and the car automatically use the prop mover and goes down. Over here, same concept again. So you go another channel, another trigger, you drive through, it opens this cave, which sends another signal to the other trigger that I showed you before, like the one up here, and after a few seconds it closes the Batcave. Same thing on the way back. You're driving through, this trigger open the Batcave, which move rock, 5 tiles, 14 meters per second, so a little bit slower than the aeroplane one, but it's still pretty fast. Okay. After that, a signal has been sent to this one, which tell me, okay, after a few seconds, which in this case is 3 seconds. 3 seconds is usually a good number. Okay, usually is enough time to, have, if you make some mistakes, you stop or driving, that allow you sometimes to go through. Send a signal, and then close the Batcave again. Okay. Now the elevator. So obviously I had a few problems with this, and I tried different things, but it didn't really work. So what I found easier for what I was trying to create is when you're using the car and you're going down, this platform disappears. When you drive back, I found it really hard to, reverse, park, press this button, and pretty much that reset everything. Car, platform, everything. After that, you're thinking, okay, how the hell I'm gonna go up there? Technically, if you go, grappler, you can really go up here, but I made a little elevator that has got prop mover. You got a big trigger, so pretty much you jump in the elevator. That goes up automatically if I can do it, and there is at the end another trigger which reset this elevator. Okay, so I don't know why it's pretty glitchy, but it's still working. Okay, so that's fine. All right, guys, so that was a quick video to explain all these mechanics. I'm pretty sure, like I say, they're not that hard and complicated to do. I also, by the way, I made another mechanic, which is the safety control. So the intruder protocol, I call it like that. So pretty much you're pressing this button and there is a field that eliminates everybody in this area except yourself, and you can see it right here. So I thought I had to explain this as well, but it's pretty simple. It lasts for a minute, same system. Trigger to trigger, trigger to trigger. So I found that is the easiest way to do it. If you got more way to do things, just let me know. I'm happy to listen to your feedback. Okay, so you just let me know your thoughts. But thank you for watching. I thought it was pretty straightforward, but I thought to cover this because a lot of people still asking me how to do this stuff. But thank you for all your comments. Thanks for subscribing my channels and all the great feedback. I really love to see people adding me on Fortnite, and I always add everybody. If I don't answer, if I don't make you play with me, don't take it personally. It's because probably I'm working on some map. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.